waters of the Yangtze River in China rises the biggest concrete structure on the planet. The Three Gorges Dam is over 2 kilometers long and 60 stories tall. It has taken 40,000 workers over 17 years to build. When it fully comes online, this one dam will produce over 20,000 megawatts of power, twice as much as all the nuclear power stations in Britain put together. It is the pinnacle of dam engineering. China is one of the fastest growing economies on Earth. To fuel the need of its ever-accelerating industry, the nation needs more power. Much of this will be provided by an enormous dam spanning the mighty Yangtze River in central China, called the Three Gorges Dam. Our cameras have been granted privileged access to capture this amazing feat of engineering in its full glory. Before they could start building the Three Gorges Dam, the Chinese first had to divert the Yangtze River, which is almost 2 kilometers wide, and move over 1 million people from the area about to be flooded. And when they filled the reservoir behind the dam, the huge mass of water actually slowed down the speed of the Earth's rotation by a fraction.
Well, the Three Gorges Dam is the biggest hydroelectric project in the world. This dam used 28 million cubic meters of concrete. Maybe one way to look at it is to say it's a solid pipe of concrete, 1 meter diameter, right around the world. It's a lot of concrete.
But the Chinese authorities think it's worth the effort, as the Three Gorges Dam will provide clean and cheap electric power to millions of people. British engineer Robin Charlwood has been working on the dam since 2003 and is still impressed by its scale.
We're in one of the 3 very large powerhouses of the Three Gorges project. In this 700-meter-long room here, you can see 14 of the large turbine generators. Then beyond this one, 1 kilometer away is the second powerhouse, and then beyond that one is yet another powerhouse which will be underground in the rock on the far side of the river. Each one of these generators cost about $50 million, to give you an idea of the scale of this project.
Debden Dam had 1 generator. Three Gorges has 32. Together they produce 5 million times more power than Debden. To drive them, the Chinese have harnessed the power of the mighty Yangtze River. In the reservoir behind the dam, the river now rises up to 60 stories above the riverbed. The water is channeled down gigantic concrete tubes towards the generators. Here, the torrent of water hits the turbines and makes them spin. This motion is in turn transferred to the rotor of the generator. This is fitted with massive magnets, which move past copper coils in the casing to generate electricity. Just one of these machines makes as much electricity as a small nuclear power plant. All 32 generators together produce enough power for 60 million Chinese.
this project is setting a new benchmark in the international hydroelectric industry. It's almost twice the size of the next largest project, Itaipu in Brazil. And of course, it's only the first of a whole series of megadams that are under construction here in China.
The Yangtze River is over 6,000 kilometers long, and in places several kilometers wide, the biggest river in China. It presents enormous logistical challenges to the dam engineers. As the Yangtze rises behind the Three Gorges Dam, it will flood over 150,000 acres of land along its banks. So the Chinese have to relocate over 1 million people from the land behind the dam. Thousands of new houses have to be built for the displaced citizens to live in. Then the engineers can begin to dam the river.